So, episode 106?
Yeah, 106 or 107? Let me look. Yeah, 106.
So, coming at you after a long day working school. Just chilling on the couch here at the...
After riding dirt bikes, smoking some weed, drink some beer, chewing on some retainers, sucking on some jewels.
Listen to Mac.
Listen to Mac.
Let's talk about Mac for a second.
All right. First, we're going to talk about Mac.
Mac
Miller is God sent.
Arguably one of the top 3 white rappers of all time.
Who's number 1?
Oh, Eminem.
Eminem.
For sure.
Eminem. Flow-wise, absolutely Mac.
As far as vocabulary and speed, it's all Eminem.
Eminem. By far the fastest rapper. Best vocab. Alright, we're going to talk about conspiracy theories. Because for some reason, we can't stop talking about conspiracy theories. Whenever we smoke, whenever we drink, all we can think about conspiracy theories. Come at us in the comments. Let us know what to talk about. New surfacing conspiracy theories. New ideas any of you guys have. New things that you guys want us to talk about. Where's my beer?
On the table, I think.
All right. Right, quick. All right. Conspiracy theory number 1. Melania Trump having a body double. No.
Absolutely not.
No. That's complete bullshit.
That's bullshit.
No, yeah. Someone of that high profile does not have a body double. They cannot have a body double.
No.
Like, people would notice that shit so fucking fast.
Oh, and it would be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy made a video on YouTube and it's like 2 minutes long and it's probably the stupidest video.
Fucking has like 14 ads within like 3 minutes, which is bullshit, by the way.
Yeah.
Ads are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
During the YouTube video,
you're fucking listening to this is bullshit.
Yeah. During the YouTube video, ads that happen during the YouTube video, complete fucking stupid. Like, that's something you guys don't got to worry about. Like, we're not going to put stupid ass YouTube ads into our fucking videos. I mean, of course, it's not up to us whether YouTube puts an ad before the video or not. But we're not sponsored by any stupid fucking medicine company or...
Maybe one day by Coors.
Yeah, hopefully one day by Coors. Fuck. Alright, anyways. There's no fucking way that the First Lady of the United States has a body double. No way. Fucking... Unless it's a stunt double. Because, you know Melania Trump, she's always doing crazy shit like that. But,
how old is she? Isn't she like 70 or something? No,
fuck,
she's young.
She's super fucking young.
Donald's like 70.
Donald's...
Mr. Trump. Mr. President, I should
Mr.
say.
President, yeah.
Mr. President.
Super... If you... Think about this for a second. Just... Even if you have to pause the video, think about this for a second. If you had as much money as Donald Trump and you got to pick who you got to marry, hands down, a supermodel. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, his wife is hot.
His wife is fuckable. I'm not gonna lie. We'll edit that out. No, we fucking won't. All right. Anyways.
Has a SWAT team
Thinking-
knocking on our door?
Yeah, fucking CIA. Then again, counter argument for the Melania Trump body double is that the government
Doesn't really tell you shit.
there's so much things that go on in the government that civilization doesn't know about, America doesn't know about. Like, guaranteed every single government in the world has fucked with the people and warped news and stupid bullshit that they don't want the people to find out about.
Fake wars.
Fake wars, fake news, stupid ass
propaganda, secret pacts,
stupid things that
under the table deals.
Yeah, with other countries. Like,
all we are is we're just ants working for the queen. You know, there's nothing.
We're all
there's
worker ants.
Nothing for the queen to sit on without all the little worker ants.
Exactly. You put a queen ant in the middle of nowhere with no worker ants, it's nothing. It's nothing. There is no queen without a body. And the government's body is us. And thing is that people don't realize that. People live as worker ants not knowing it. People go about their normal lives, you know, as fucking school teachers working for the state, mailmen, anything, lawyers, judges. As far as politicians go, crooked politicians, they all work for the same purpose. They all work for the same entity, and that entity is the U.S. government. And people don't realize that. People don't think about more than their everyday lives. People don't look around and think, why? Why is it like this? Why am I doing this every day? Why am I waking up and continuing the same routine that I did yesterday and the day before that? And I'll continue to do the same thing until I retire. And when I retire, I'll be doing the same thing that other old ass people are doing, going on vacation and shit, being paid by the government. Which, by the way, the money that goes towards your, what's it called? 401k, yeah. The money that you put into your 401k is spent, not towards your retirement. The government needs to print out more money that goes towards stupid bullshit like bridges that have metal completely imported from China, which Pittsburgh is insane when it comes to steel. Of course, we could have taken from Pittsburgh, used the steel to build the Bay Bridge, but no, we had to import steel from China, which costed us tons of money.
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper. That's the thing, is that we're going into debt because it's cheaper. And thing is civilization, like the U.S. population doesn't think about shit like this. The U.S. population doesn't think about like how their money is being spent, how their taxes are being spent.
Oh, dude.
Like your 401k, like you are not putting money towards your retirement. You're giving money to the government to use on stupid shit like the Bay Bridge. And just things that aren't needed in the US, and things that are needed like school bonds aren't being paid for. Like our school bond, I don't know if you knew this, but our school bond actually, it's predicted that in the next couple years we'll have a huge growth of students, and we won't have enough classrooms or teachers to handle those students. And therefore, Burley is kind of at a standstill because our bond didn't get passed. And people can't grow. Burley can't grow. Cities can't grow if the schools don't grow. And people don't think about where their school bond is going to. Like, people hear a number and they hear that we need we need a couple $1 million towards our school district, and they think I'm not giving a couple $1 million towards the school district. You know, I'm gonna hog my money. I'm not gonna choose to give my money unless they have to, and unless I'm forced to. And being forced to is what the government is doing. Yeah, that's theft. Tax is theft. And that's the thing, is that like people don't think about stuff like that, and that's why this is so good. People can tune in and listen to how fucked up our mindset is with the government. And people in San Francisco don't think about where their taxes go. That's why taxes are higher in San Francisco than it is Little Town Burley, Idaho.
Another thing that people don't really pay attention to a whole lot is that football, basketball games, every type of entertainment ever created, that's all it is entertainment to make people distracted. Just distracted from the point that
movie theaters, plays that go on.
Yeah, every type of entertainment, every type of different type of food, like advertising for anything is all just a distraction from what the government is pulling out from underneath you, which is forcing you to go to a job every day if you want to live, and taking nearly half of everything you earn in ways of property tax, sales tax, every type of tax from anything you ever buy, and it's always from a loan from a bank.
Yeah, and that's why America, the U.S., has mastered this, because of course they're gonna allow us to have movies, and they're gonna allow us to listen to whatever kind of music we like, because it's distractions from what is going on in our government. If people are too busy in their regular lives, they don't pay attention to what the government is doing with our lives. People don't realize that like little school bonds and little city policies that are put into play affect our everyday life. Like people can go to the gas station and they expect what price they're going to pay for a pop. That's because that affects them. That's because government tax, like sales tax, affects people. But bigger picture wise, people don't think about the bigger things that the government is doing. People don't think about what they're doing behind closed doors. And the U.S. government is so powerful, wrongfully powerful, that they can do whatever they want. They can manipulate people into doing things that seems normal for people, but if you were to be put on an island in the middle of nowhere and someone were to come tell you to do all this shit, let's say that someone is the U.S. government, you'd say, no, fuck you. I'm going to be independent. I'm not going to do the shit that you tell me to do. Like, I'm not going to give you my money so that you can give it to these 10 other people that are here with me.
I'm not going to give you my means of survival. I'm not going to give you a portion of everything I own.
Yeah.
Because where were you when I was earning it?
Exactly. And like I was talking about earlier, about how the U.S. has to print off more money, like, people don't know that when the U.S. prints off money, that's inflation. That's their means to go further into debt. And China's going to start looking at our money and start to think, this is worthless. Like, we want more. You rewind 100 years and $100 was a lot more money than it is now. Now, you ask anyone on the street and they have $100. And back then, you ask anyone on the street, or I guess not really 100 years, but rewind 200 years. And $100 is more like 1,000 US dollars now. And you ask anyone off the street 150 to 200 years ago if they have $100 on them, they're gonna say, "You fucking serious? Like, I'm not just gonna carry around $100 with me. Like, that's a lot of money." But back to the whole currency inflation deal. It says in our U.S. Constitution to keep currency gold and silver, to keep inflation out of the picture. But what does our U.S. government do? Goes off and prints paper as money. Goes off and creates a means of inflation. And people don't think twice about it. People don't realize that the Constitution was put there for U.S. people. People don't realize that
It's for protection.
it's for our protection. It's for not for the government's protection.
It's protect against the government.
It's against the government. That's the whole reason the Second Amendment and
Every amendment, the First Amendment.
everything. First freedom of speech is against big government, because big government means you can't have guns, because that's how we overthrow the government. The Revolutionary War was the last time or the Civil War, my bad, was the last time that we actually revolted against our government. And people look back on the Civil War and think, yeah, but that was caused by slavery. Slavery is the whole reason of that. It's simple. People in the South loved slaves, and they didn't want to be taken away from it. And me personally, I completely disagree with that. I don't think that a nation can be torn in half over slavery. I mean, absolutely slavery was involved. Absolutely. But the main reason that the Civil War was even a happening was because people of the South disagreed with big government. They wanted state government. They hated stupid shit like federal government, where the federal government in DC comes in and intervenes with something that's going on in Washington. State government means us people who are living our lives dictate the way that we live. And federal government is a means of making everything work out in the same way. And everything working out in the same way, that's not how the world works. Because you meet someone from Washington versus meeting someone from Florida, they're going to disagree on lots of things. Like, or Alabama, because I guess I shouldn't use Florida as an example, because Florida is big city, big population, big federal government. Most parts of Florida. And you take someone from Alabama versus someone from San Francisco, they're going to absolutely contradict each other's personalities. Just because one will know how their life is run in Alabama, where people are entitled to their own opinions. And in San Francisco, you can't have your own opinion. Or you get made fun of, you get in trouble culture-wise. If that makes sense. If you were to go to San Francisco and wave around a Confederate flag, people would attack you, because they were raised thinking that the Confederate flag meant slavery, that the Confederate flag meant hatred, and it represents wrong. When people in Alabama know that, and even if you look up on the internet what the Confederate flag means, it it's saying it's remembrance of the people that were lost in the Civil War, not only from the south side but from the north side. Just that we can look back on our history and reflect upon it. And now people are looking back on the Confederate flag, on the Southern flag, and thinking that we hate black people. Coming from a stereotypical person from Alabama would think. From the South would think, not necessarily Alabama.